Posting trademark stuff is probably the quickest way to get banned on print-on-demand platforms. On Amazon, for example, ban for copyrights results in your account being permanently closed, your funds being locked, and it's not like you can just set up a new account. They have your info, all your info, so once you get banned on Amazon, you are pretty much done. So if you want to be stress-free with your print-on-demand business, watch this video till the end. Before we get started though, I would like to mention that I am not a lawyer and this is just advice from a print-on-demand guy, not legal advice. Let's start with obvious stuff. Can you post this character? And can you post this character? A hand-drawn Spider-Man? Answer to both is no. This is a trademark character. You can't post Disney, you can't post Netflix, movies, logos, and so on. You can't sell your drawings and photos of copyrighted stuff too. You also can't use trademark phrases, more about it later, and that includes your work's title, description, and tags. So to be safe, you have to check not only the design itself, not only the title, not only the description, but the tags too. And there are trademarks and copyrights. I will read the difference between the two real quick. Copyright protects original creative work like books, movies, songs, and artwork, covers the expression of ideas and arises automatically when a work is created. On the other hand, a trademark protects words, phrases, symbols, or logos that identify a company's products or services. It protects brand identities and distinguish one business from others. The key difference is that copyright applies to creative work, while trademarks apply to branding elements used in commerce. Additionally, trademarks require registration, but copyright does not. And I sometimes see the question, can you post something that is copyrighted but not trademark, or the other way around? And no, just leave it alone, that's all you have to know here. But you are probably aware of this already. Now let's talk about not so obvious copyrights. Shape of the car can be protected through design patents and in some cases trade dress under trademark law. Is that stupid? Well, not for me to judge, but it can be annoying, that's for sure. This sticker I found on Redbubble is perfect example of what not to upload. There is even a logo here. If you have anything like that currently on your account, delete it immediately. The phrases like Nike's Just Do It or McDonald's I'm Loving It are also trademark, and besides checking phrases in directories, Google them, as there may be a song titled exactly that way, or it may be a quote. Doesn't mean that you never can use any quote, you can use just some of them. Just better to check each one individually. And I recommend being extra strict with those stuff because especially Amazon has zero tolerance for that. If you were to remember just one thing from this video, remember this. If you are not sure, just leave it alone. That doesn't really require that much knowledge, that just require being careful. So if you came up with a brilliant text for your t-shirt, you have to check if you can use it first. And sometimes those are not so obvious at all. Once I had to change an entire project because a phrase I would never have expected was actually trademarked. And now few words about Creative Fabrica and other assets. There are differences in licenses. Sometimes you can use something for personal use, but not for commercial use. Sites like Creative Fabrica that offer tons of assets for you to use are great in general. You can sign up with my link in the description. However, there is a catch. While they usually have a print-on-demand license, they are also available for purchase by many people. This means, and you have to be especially careful here with Amazon KDP if you use the whole interiors without changing anything, because it does mean that someone can buy them and use them before you do. So if somebody bought this, and judging by 796 favorites, I assume somebody did, and posted it on Amazon KDP, and you do the same after, you are in trouble. Amazon doesn't care about your license. If somebody posted it first, it is as you stole from them. I made a separate video about that, it's now in the card, watch this for more info. That doesn't mean you can't use them at all. Those are really great and useful and really can speed up your work. Just use it with brain. For example, you can download 12 similar interiors, mix them up, change something on the pages and you should be fine. This obviously also applies to other asset libraries. And about Canva now, very popular tool nowadays. You got a lot of free images and other stuff there. And this topic has been kinda controversial, whether you can use Canva to print on demand, because graphics for Canva are provided by artists. but Canva is generally safe if you use it properly. What I mean by that, you can't just drag a single element, hit export and sell it. However, you can use those elements to create a new original design using a mixture of their graphics and fonts. There is also a thing with print-on-demand platforms themselves, because as you may have noticed, on many of those platforms you have to check the box that says I own the copyright for this project, and Canva doesn't give you rights, they give you license. Is that something to worry about? I will leave that for your consideration. What you also have to know about, if someone stole your work from, let's say, Redbubble, and publish it elsewhere where you are not active, and then you publish that work on that platform, the person who is at disadvantage is you. There is also a thing about using common words. They are generally safe to use. Better not to use words like Marvel, as I said before. If you are unsure, just leave it alone. But the common words are safe to use even if you see a trademark on them. So for example, if you want to sell a t-shirt with the text that says yes, I made it, and you see there is a trademark on the word made, don't worry about it. But if the whole yes, I made it phrase is trademarked, you have to leave it alone and come up with something else. And one quick note here, the trademarks categories we are interested in for print on demand are 24 fabrics and textile products, 25 clothing and apparel products, 16 paper and printed material products. That's for KDP. If you sell any unusual products, the categories you need to check will be accordingly different. This video took me some time, so I will just make a next one about how to check for trademarks. So just subscribe and you will be provided with knowledge. And remember that aside from watching YouTube videos, it's always a good idea to read the rules of each platform.